On this episode of Carnival Eats, we're traveling from north to south.
Come on, this is gonna be awesome. I can't even imagine what's happening inside your mouth right now.
This ain't mama's, but mama get mad at me, I'm sorry.
My dry cleaner is just like, yeah! Welcome to the greatest day of your life. I'm Noah Cap, and this is Carnival Eats. We're at the Delaware County Fair in Walton. Over 80,000 visitors come to this charming village nestled in the Catskill Mountains for the annual summer event. The fair prides itself on tradition and welcomes back the county's favorite food families year after year, including this clan, who's bringing pizza to new heights with pasta. Pasta!
Nick's family is celebrating their 31st year at the fair. The entire family works together to create unbelievable pizza concoctions, like the spaghetti.
Of all the food here today, why did you decide to try the spaghetti?
It's spaghetti, it's pizza. How can you not?
Two amazing meals put together in one.
That is looking delicious.
Yeah, well, you can't have any.
All right. If you had to pick the two most favorite Italian foods, I would imagine it would be spaghetti and pizza.
Absolutely. Why not throw them together? We're gonna start by making the crust.
This dough is made fresh with yeast, sugar, flour, and salt.
Creates a nice round circle. Then you're gonna pick it up and you're just gonna stretch it slowly. You can just toss in the air. Gonna lay it out as best as possible.
If you put these in a police lineup and we're like, which one did Nick make? I'd be stumped, and we're ready for the next step.
Got our own signature sauce.
This sauce is made with crushed tomatoes, salt, sugar, basil, oregano, and garlic powder.
Just gonna mix it around a little bit. You really wanna whip it around. But we're just gonna put a little bit on. Now have a nice circular motion. And it's gonna start seeping into the dough. You're gonna get that nice, rich Italian flavor into it.
Some of the things you say get me so excited. Now, we have some pre-cooked spaghetti.
We're gonna have to sauce it up a little bit. And now it's time to put the spaghetti right onto it. Just spread it right all over. Gotta get a nice covering of it.
This works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boom.
So now we gotta put the cheese on. These meatballs are made from a special blend of beef and a whole bunch of different spices.
Oh, come on, this is gonna be awesome.
Now, into this 500-degree oven for 7 minutes.
So we got a nice crisp layer on the top. The meatballs are all cooked nicely.
We top it off with grated Parmesan, a coating of garlic-infused olive oil, and fresh parsley.
Cut that thing up. My goodness, I'm going in. That thing is awesome. The meatball is packed full of Italian seasonings. That sauce, it's rich, it's delicious, it's flavorful. The cheese is melting and gooey. And when you bite through that top layer, you get into all of those noodles. It's spaghetti, it's pizza. It is truly the best of both worlds.
This is out of this world.
The meatball with the pasta, very good with the cheese.
The quality's there.
Tasting it.
The spaghetti's perfect, and it's on a great slice of pizza, perfect crust.
We can confirm that it's the greatest thing that ever happened to you in your life.
Pretty much, yeah.
Our next vendor, Dennis, wanted nothing more than to send his daughter to college debt-free. Parlaying his love of barbecue into the most delicious college fun we've ever come across, Dennis brings us the Freshman 15 fries.
You don't look like a freshman, and you certainly don't look 15. They are fries. So we'll take 1 out of 3.
We've got ribs.
We got ribs.
I think there's a little cheese on there.
There's a lot of cheese on there.
And a lot of hot sauce.
So, Dennis, what is the first step to making the Freshman 15 fries?
Okay, this is a pork spare rib. You know, you've seen baby back ribs.
I've seen them go into my mouth.
The baby backs don't have the rib tips on them.
Right.
And we're trying to figure out what to do with the tips. We get tired of throwing them out or giving them away. So we figured we'd put them on the fries. First thing you do, you find the end of the bone.
Yeah.
You cut it, and then the rib tip comes off.
Just like that. I mean, you're not applying a lot of pressure. It really just kind of cuts away pretty smoothly.
Yeah. Yes.
So what is the next step?
Put a little bit of yellow mustard on there.
So we're gonna rub this in.
Yep.
Are we hitting both sides?
Yeah, we gotta do both sides. You gotta have flavor all around, because the dry rub doesn't stick to this meat without the mustard.
Right. So this is a homemade rub. What do we got here?
We have brown sugar, white sugar, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, rosemary. Sprinkle it on. You just push it in a little bit, just so it sticks to the meat. That should do it.
What happens now?
Then it goes into the smoker.
After smoking for 4 hours at 165 degrees, the ribs are ready to go.
Look at that?
We're gonna get this all cut up. See the nice pink smoke ring
Oh, yeah,
there
I
on
mean, it
the
is
end?
just perfectly cooked through. So now that we've got this meat cut up, those tips are all ready to go. Next step, I would imagine, would be we start building this thing, so we need some fries.
These hand-cut russet potatoes are fried for 8 minutes until they're perfectly crisp and topped with some sea salt.
We've got our bed of fries here. What do we do next?
We put all this meat on there.
Yeah, we do.
This is a nacho cheese. Now, we have a little bit of homemade barbecue sauce that we put on the top.
Are we done?
Oh, no, no, no. We go with the deep-fried pickle.
The freshman 15 has a dual meaning here because the fries actually weigh 15 pounds. All we need now is a fork and a man who's willing to do some damage.
I just happen to have a fork right here.
And I just happen to know a man. Yep. I mean, this has got it all. The potatoes are done perfectly. That nice crispy, crunchy outside, but that soft potato-y inside. The cheese sauce is creamy, it's gooey, it's delicious, but that barbecue sauce, there's a real sugary kind of sweetness to it, which plays off beautifully because you've got that salted pork tip, which is just popping out. Obviously, that is the headliner. Oh, goodness, take me back to school. Boom, half of it. In one bite, it's gone.
Oh, gotta get everything in it. The meat, the sauce, the cheese, fries, bam.
Working together?
Working deliciously together.
A+, 10 out of 10.
I understand why you're wearing this, because you're doing work.
There's no complaining about that.
You complain, and I'll take those right out of your hand.
Try it.
Oh, I'm not going to.
Coming up,
Now stay where you are.
Why? What's going to happen? Oh, do I have to share it?
If you want.
I don't. I'm here at the annual Delaware County Fair in New York. The food here is top rank, and this next dish deserves a big salute indeed.
since the 1940s, the Walton Veterans Club has been serving a special treat to fairgoers. Club Secretary George is an Air Force vet, and he's here today to fly us through the steps of the Walton Veterans Clams and Corn.
There's epic combinations, right? There's salt and pepper, there's PB&J, there's...
Clams and corn.
I mean, this is a tradition here at the fair, isn't it?
Every year they have it.
They're shucking corn and cleaning clams. If there was a gentleman here who could hold the plate for her while she... Nobody's offering. It's unbelievable. I'm hanging out with George.
Welcome to the Walton Veterans Club. In 1948, the veterans of foreign war and the American Legion joined together to form the Walton Veterans Club for our family.
So this is a chance for people to put some money towards a great cause, right?
American Legion, Ladies Auxiliary, they have spent last year over $10,000 sending packages to the troops.
Unreal. So, George, the first thing we're going to get to take a look at is the clams.
These are farm-raised clams. They're from Virginia. Smaller clams taste the best.
You think so?
Oh, yes, they do.
You know so.
Right now, they'll go ahead, spread the clams out, wash the clams, and then they'll go ahead and bag 12 clams per bag.
These bags are specially designed to steam shellfish. Once they're filled, it's time to head to the corn shucking station.
Gentlemen, a pleasure.
In August, we'll go around and check the local farms, see who has the sweetest and best corn. This year was over in Hamden, next town over.
So, George, I mean, we've got a batch that's pretty much loaded, ready to go. So from here, we're going to move to our third and final station, which is the steamer. Here it is.
Now, stay where you are.
Why? What's going to happen? Oh! Load them in the steamer here.
After 15 minutes, we're ready to roll.
A little butter for your clams.
That is a good-looking plate right there.
You enjoy.
I promise. Perfect. I mean, it's fresh, it's flavorful. The melted butter is key. I haven't even hit the corn yet. Solid choice for this year's batch. I mean, each kernel is plump, it's juicy, it's beautiful. It's got a sweetness to it. Standing on the fairgrounds, you'd feel like this is what summer's all about. Plus, good company never hurt. And thank you for all the great work you're doing.
Right, thank you.
Super farm fresh. Delicious.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Good and sweet. The clams, perfect. I mean, they're steamed beautifully.
Man, you're getting me excited.
Yummy, yummy for the tummy, I tell you.
Our next vendor, Michael, grew up learning to recreate his family's cherished Italian dishes. The traditional cannoli is a crispy pastry shell stuffed with creamy ricotta cheese. But Michael's putting a new spin on this classic with the holy cannoli.
So good, it'll make you say, holy.
Cannoli.
Have you ever had a cannoli?
Yes. These are huge. So much more than you get in a regular cannoli.
Times
A lot.
a lot. Times a lot. How did this all start? I mean, have you always been in the concessionaire business?
No, I was actually a paving contractor for 20 years. When times got tough, you know, we had to change it up a little bit. One day, I come across this cotton candy wagon. It all started from there.
Holy moly. Let's get this thing started.
We're gonna start off with some ricotta cheese, confectionery sugar, little cinnamon, mini chocolate chips.
Look at that.
We're gonna glove up. We're definitely hands-on here.
All right.
Okay, this is old school. We're gonna take a traditional cannoli shell, okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna smash it. You're gonna have all that flavor into this holy cannoli. We're gonna mix that all up.
Now we are. Next.
We're gonna stretch the dough.
What kind of dough are we looking at here?
This is my recipe for freshly made fried dough.
This top secret recipe is specifically designed to be fried.
Now we're gonna load in that filling.
Yes.
All in there. Now what am I doing? Am I wrapping this thing up?
Yes.
So let's do it together.
Okay,
Just
you gotta bring it to the
right.
edge.
Yeah, we're living on the edge.
Then you wanna do like this, okay? Fold this over.
Rolled up. I don't want to say perfectly, but I will say without a single mistake.
You ready for magic?
Are we about to make magic?
We are.
Oh, cue the magic.
I think we're ready. You see the love in that?
I saw it, I can smell it, I can feel it.
We top it off with powdered sugar and chocolate sauce.
We'll go like this. There,
2 forks? Do I have to share it?
if you want.
I don't.
Okay.
This thing is unbelievable. That creamy, rich filling, and the fact that you've got those little pieces of that crushed up cannoli shell in there gives you the full cannoli experience. An entire deep fried, golden, delicious batter covered in more sugar, more chocolate. Holy moly, holy cannoli.
It's so good.
Oh, man. It's light, it's crunchy. It's pretty much paradise right here.
This is my favorite dessert from now on.
This is big. You could share it.
We've got a winner in the holy.
Cannoli.
That was the one.
Coming up.
This thing is delicious. Maybe I should have another bite just to be sure.
Your little classic breakfast sandwich.
Woo! Welcome to the North Georgia State Fair. This is the largest fair in Georgia, and over 300,000 people will come from across the state to enjoy the family atmosphere.
And get there, Carnivalites, rain or shine. Carl is here to help us start our day the Southern way with the Slammin' Salmon Breakfast Biscuit.
Are you ready to eat this?
Yes, I am.
You got the eggs and the cheese with the biscuit. Your little classic breakfast sandwich.
I'm so excited.
Fan of salmon?
Big time.
This sounds like the perfect day at the carnival. Carl, I've had a lot of breakfast sandwiches. I've had a lot of biscuits, but I've never had a salmon breakfast biscuit.
Every Saturday, Mom made them.
You grew up in a family that food was a big part of it.
Oh, yeah, it was 14 of us. And we had to have
14?
14 patties. You had to cook. She was teaching, hands-on.
Now talk to me. In here, we've got salmon.
They about as fresh as you can get. They caught wild.
So we got the good stuff.
Oh, yeah, got the good stuff.
Into the salmon, we add seasoned salt, table salt, pepper, red peppers, white onions, 2 eggs, and cornmeal. Then we give it all a good mix.
What you do from here now is make you a patty about the size of a golf ball.
And then throw it deep into the woods where the rest of my golf balls go.
All right, you're doing good.
Beautiful. Are we heading right to the fryer?
Exactly.
Woo! So I'm just gonna lay this patty in.
There you go.
Drop it like it's hot. Oh, yeah.
After just a couple of minutes, this patty is fried to perfection.
In comes a fresh
Buttermilk biscuit.
You gotta go buttermilk.
Got to. The only way to go.
And we add our salmon patty, a slice of American cheese, and an over-easy fried egg.
And top it off.
There's a second part to this dish. There's a side.
Oh, yeah. We got to have the grits on the side.
You got to have the
Got
grits
to
on
have
the
it.
side.
Grits is white corn.
And added into that is
Butter.
We got grits. We got the Slammin' Salmon Breakfast Biscuit. What could be better? That's a breakfast sandwich, basically as good as it gets. From that hot, fresh egg to that melted cheese, the buttermilk biscuit, it's soft, it's creamy, it's sweet. But the salmon patty, it's just packed full of flavor with that onion and those red peppers. Hit it with the side of grits. Smooth, silky, creamy. Doesn't get any better. This could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I need it every meal.
It's yummy. Perfect Southern meal.
This ain't Mama's, but Mama get mad at me. I'm sorry.
Daniel is a second-generation Carnival cook who prides himself on his southern fare. Today, he's putting a new twist on the classic chicken and waffles, using his waffle batter to coat pieces of juicy chicken and serving it up in a hot dog bun. He's created the bird dog.
Ah! That's my bird dog.
The cheese with bacon with waffle batter is kind of where you caught me.
Are you excited right now for this thing?
Yes!
Daniel, are you ready to get this party started?
I'm ready, man.
What is the first step here?
First step, we gotta add in the cayenne pepper to your dry mix. That way it gets a little bit of heat and sweet at the same time.
My job is done. What are you doing?
I want to take the jumbo chicken breast,
Popping it into our waffle batter.
straight in the dry mix,
And just like that into the
just
basket.
like that, man.
From here, what are we doing?
Straight into the fryer.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Now from here, we'll take it, throw it on a hot dog bun.
2 on a bun?
2 on a bun.
This is ridiculous. Where would one find cheese sauce? Oh,
We load it up with this melted cheddar and crispy bacon.
boom! Just like that. Got the bird dog. Ah! That meat is perfectly cooked. It is plump. It is juicy. There's a place and a time for that kind of heated cheese sauce, and this is the place, and apparently right now it is also the time. Crispy bacon bits, but it's the batter. It's got that fried chicken flavor. You get the crunch. This thing is delicious. Maybe I should have another bite just to be sure. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a grown-up bite right there.
It's so good.
The bacon, the cheese, the waffle batter, phenomenal.
You're getting emotional.
Yeah, I am.
Coming up,
It's homemade ice cream.
Look at that. As good as a sweet treat gets. Welcome back to Georgia, where the Midway Munchies keep on coming.
for 15 years, John and Charlene have been happily married and making delicious ice cream together. Charlene comes up with the recipes, and John whips them up using his antique engine-powered ice cream maker. They've taken all the elements of a classic banana split, put them into an ice cream, served it on a homemade brownie, and called it the Dirt Road Banana Split.
Favorite meal of the day?
Dessert.
Obviously.
You got your brownie, your chocolate?
It's homemade ice cream.
This thing has got people talking.
First thing we have to do is put the milk into the can. This is like a vanilla mix.
Oh,
It
okay.
has sugar and everything already in it.
Beautiful.
You have cherries and pineapple, bananas, and strawberries.
This is gonna be delicious. What do we do now?
You got to put a big old dasher in there.
So that dasher is basically what's gonna churn this ice
Yes,
cream
sir.
once we rig it up to this
Yes,
cool
sir.
machine.
Now it's time for John to turn this into ice cream.
I'm coming in, John. Ah!
Thank you, sir.
John, what are we looking at here? Because this rig is awesome.
Before all of your farms and rural areas didn't have any power lines, they would hook these to anything you could hook a belt to.
So these are basically the original generators.
Right.
John, lead the way, my man.
Once activated, these pulleys control the speed of the churns to get our ice cream going. Next, John surrounds our canister with ice. After 35 minutes, we've got ourselves some ice cream.
John, get out of the way, because this thing could go down and I could go with it. Oh.
The finished ice cream goes on top of this homemade double fudge brownie. Then finished with hot fudge, sprinkles, whipped cream, and of course, cherries on top.
I think you might want to share this one.
I think you don't know me. I love that hot double fudge brownie, but there is no question. The people will come for the ice cream. You get the cherry, you get the strawberry, you get the banana. It is homemade, it is perfect. Hit it with some fudge sauce, hit it with some sprinkles, hit it with a little extra whip. Mark me down for one of these every Sunday for the rest of my life.
Okay, we can do that.
That bite right there could be the best looking bite I've seen all day. I can't even imagine what's happening inside your mouth right now.
That's amazing. Fresh and creamy and delicious.
It's got pineapple and cherries in it. It's so good.
I'll tell your family you're in a better place now.
I am so inspired after that spaghetti, the slammin' salmon, the freshman 15 fries, and that holy cannoli. I've written a poem.
From hot to cold, from spicy to sweet, you can't beat Carnival Eats.